It's over-under day on PHNX Sun Devils. I'm taking the over on laughs had with friends. Happy Monday and welcome into another edition of the PHNX Sun Devils Show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by my favorite white boy, Erik Ruby. Of course, we've got the freckled mamba behind the Mac making second
Oh,
favorite white boy
of the magic happen. Your second favorite?
No, your second favorite.
Oh, you're right. You're right. We got Emily, Papa Ruby, Z-Man, Russell, Sharon here in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, you drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. A lot to get into today, and no, Rubus, I apologize. It doesn't have to do with the NBA draft or Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No worries, because we'll be covering the NBA draft tomorrow. Live shows for the first and the second round for the PHNX Sun Show. So plenty of draft coverage coming your way here on this channel. No Giannis talk, because who knows if that's ever actually going to happen. But I'll tell you something that did happen. An awful accumulation. Accumulation of over-unders by our dear friends.
Yeah.
Over at On3.
Yeah, no, you're right. But these are legit. These are legit win totals that are set by the sports book. So as much as I love to hate on 3, these are out there for you to bet on. And Ben Cheesy in the chat says I'm going to hold you guys to these.
That's
predictions.
fine. As we said multiple times,
it's fact.
We're fact. Never wrong.
No, just early.
I don't think we've ever been wrong.
No, just
show
early.
me a time. Koa Pete could still be a Sun Devil, so
right.
don't use that.
He could still be
could still happen.
Sun Devil. Talk about a wild turn to the NBA draft.
He goes undrafted
and becomes a Sun
Devil. And then
Devil.
comes back to college.
Or just Graham Rossini drafts him as a Sun Devil. Yeah.
With what pick does ASU have?
33rd.
I could see it.
Or actually 42nd. That would make the most.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know if Koa will be there at 42.
We'll see. We will see. Well, look, there were some updates in terms of recruiting for Arizona State football. We're going to talk about those on tomorrow's show. So if you want to talk about Naz Eason, if you want to talk about the new 2026 edition as well, make sure you tune in on Tuesday when we talk about that for ASU football. But today, 16 teams, 16 win totals, so let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about the team with the lowest set win total in the conference. That is the Colorado Buffaloes.
What?
Their projected win total for 2026, Erik? 4.5
under.
Wins. There are more days in the week
in the work
week. Yeah, in a work week. Than there are projected wins for Colorado.
I mean, this is tough, yeah. Look, Julian Lewis, I think, is going to be good.
I think Julian Lewis is going to be good, too.
They're just handcuffed by a terrible coach.
Okay. I think the rest of the coaching staff is also a problem here. I don't think
agree.
it's just
Fine.
Dion.
By terrible coaches. And a terrible coach who assembled a terrible coaching staff.
Sure. They've got a new OC.
That changes everything.
I also think they have a very non-favorable schedule when you look at it. Like,
but
what?
They have Danny Scudero.
So they're going over.
Oh, no, that was a negative thing.
Oh, okay. You love Danny Scudero.
I'm kidding.
They've got, in terms of games that I would view as unwinnable for Colorado this year.
Hit me.
Texas Tech.
Yep.
Utah.
Yep.
Oklahoma State.
Ooh, unwinnable?
Unwinnable.
Okay.
Arizona State.
Okay.
Houston.
5.
Okay. So
give me the winnable games.
Weber State.
Okay, so we're at 1 win.
Northwestern.
We're at actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we'll give them 2 wins.
UCF.
We'll give them 2 wins.
Cincinnati.
We'll give them 2 wins.
I don't think they beat Kansas State.
We'll give them 2 wins.
I don't think they beat Georgia Tech.
You don't think Georgia Tech. Yeah, so 2 wins. Why are they playing Georgia Tech?
It's been a home. They've done a home and home with them.
I know, but didn't they play them early last season?
Yeah, they did, but it was at Colorado. So they're doing the home and home. They're doing the home and home.
Oh, okay. You weren't giving me these games in order.
No. I wasn't giving you these games in order.
Okay, I was like,
that'd be crazy,
dude. I was literally,
that'd be crazy.
I was
dude.
like, why are they playing Georgia Tech in the middle of like November?
They're wrapping up 2026 at Weber State.
That's what, I was so confused.
Nah.
Okay, so Cincinnati's
2 wins.
Cincinnati's a possible win. So
Cincinnati's possible.
Okay.
Northwestern's possible.
That's 4. So that's
Weber
where it's
State,
4 wins.
I'll give it to them. I'll give them Weber State.
We'll give them Weber State, Northwestern, Cincinnati, and
UCF's on the fringe.
Yeah, we can give them UCF. That's 4.
Yeah, I think they're going
There's
under.
a chance they have a really good offense, but I just don't think they're like they had an okay offense last year too. It was just that their defense was Swiss cheese.
Their defense is always Swiss cheese.
Yeah, but it was extra Swiss. There were 2 slices of Swiss on that cheese.
Extra Swiss.
Yeah, there was extra Swiss on that sandwich.
Nothing but holes on that piece of cheese.
Nothing but holes, man.
Yeah.
So
are we in agreement here? We're taking Colorado's under.
I think they get 4. So yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to give you a number, but I do think they go over.
I'm going to give you numbers because I'm not a chicken.
I think there are more days in the week than Colorado wins. In the work week, than Colorado wins here in the 2026 season. Let's go ahead and get to a team on the opposite end, and that is Utah. Their win total is set at 8.5 for the 2026 season. It's tied for the second highest win total in the Big 12 going into this season. A lot happened with Utah over the offseason. You keep Devin Dampier, but you lose Kyle Whittingham, and you lose a couple of NFL offensive linemen.
Yeah, they're not winning 9 games.
No.
I like Devin Dampier, but I like Devin Dampier a lot more behind 2 NFL offensive linemen.
Yeah, no, that's
first-round offensive linemen.
This is look, I think you're going to get into a point when we're doing this, and the schedules are going to be a big piece of this puzzle. Right? Colorado did not have a favorable schedule, but you don't think that Utah can get 9 wins here, right? Same
Let's
thing.
Run through it.
Idaho. Arkansas.
So Idaho's going to win.
Okay, Arkansas
could win.
At Utah. Win. They're a bad SEC team.
They could win.
Utah State.
Okay, so 3-0.
Iowa State.
4-0.
Kansas.
5-0. Okay.
Colorado.
6. What?
Yeah.
What?
Then they've got Houston. I think they lose, but that's at Utah.
So that's 6. That's possibly 7-0, 6-1.
Cincinnati.
7-0 or 7-1 or 8-0.
BYU, I think they lose that game. That'll be a good game.
Maybe
Utah.
2 losses.
Arizona,
they could lose.
They could lose that game. At TCU,
they could lose that.
They could, but I think they're probably better than TCU. And then West Virginia to wrap up the year. This one feels like a sweat though. This one feels like it could be sweaty all the way to the end.
There's only like, wow, is that the easiest schedule in the Big 12?
It's pretty easy. Teams that you look at.
That might be the easiest schedule.
Their
in the Big
toughest
12.
games are Houston, BYU, and Arizona, and 2 of those games are at Utah.
Yeah, wow. They might go undefeated.
I feel like they could have a sneaky good year because of that schedule.
That's the thing. It's like I just don't think they're that good of a team. Like I think that Whittingham being on's bad. I think their offensive lineman being out going to the NFL is bad, especially for a quarterback like Dampier.
Yeah.
Like that, I don't know, man. That's tough, but that's such an easy schedule.
This will be a very interesting year.
They're going to be 6-0.
Yeah,
but it might be a fraudulent 6-0.
It could be. It could be like what we saw with Cincinnati last year, where they go on a weird run, and then like the middle of the season hits, and it's like, wait, what?
What does ASU have to do to get a schedule like this?
I don't know.
They haven't had an easy
never
schedule
had one like this.
Ever.
Never had one like this.
Ever since they've been in the Big 12, it's been a brutal schedule.
And it's a brutal one this year too. It's a brutal one this year. Not on Utah's radar. But what are we thinking here for Utah? I know initially you were out because 9 is a lot of wins in this conference. But looking at who they have,
if they start 6-0, that means they need to win 3 out of their next 6 games. So they play Cincinnati, TCU, West Virginia. Feel like the 3.
Yeah.
No, Colorado's probably the easiest. God, dude,
they have a cakewalk of a schedule. I'm going to go over. I think they hit 9 wins exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think 9. Yeah, that makes sense. Why, dude? Why? Why is ASU schedule
it's
ASU?
Brutal,
it's
man.
like
it's brutal. It really is.
You're playing like prime LSU this year. You're playing Like
Prime
you're
LSU.
playing prime like Nebraska back when we beat them before.
You got the early 2000s U.
Yeah, you get the
you gotta
U.
see.
Like you've got Bill Belichick's UNC, all the powerhouses
all the powerhouses.
in college football. And then it's like, oh, Texas Tech is playing the school for the deaf and the blind.
Yeah.
Like Utah's playing 3 high school teams this year. Like what?
It's just where we're at. Glenn says under for Utah. Erik and I are in agreement here. We're both saying under for Colorado, and we're saying
It's gonna, like you said, it's
over
gonna be a sweat
for Utah. It does feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a sweat.
They would probably have to. They'd have to for sure lose to TCU, and for sure they'd have to lose to one of Cincinnati or West Virginia.
And I just don't see West Virginia or Cincinnati.
I think West
being
Virginia
that
could be a little bit. We can get to it later, but I think West Virginia could be a little better than maybe what people think.
Really?
This year, like a little better.
Okay, well, we'll see what a little better is.
Yeah, but that, I mean, let's. So far, that might be the easiest schedule in the Big 12,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we're gonna get one that gets close to it.
Well, let's see. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks coming in at 5.5 wins for their projected 2026 win total. Honestly, Erik, I think this could be one of the worst teams in the conference. I think this could be one of the worst teams in the country.
Yeah.
Now
They've got a tough schedule.
They start with LIU, so
tough schedule.
Tough schedule. Then they've got Missouri coming to town,
Yeah.
an SEC team. I don't like their
Rivalry
chances.
game.
Then they go to Wembley or go to London to take on Arizona State. I think Arizona State wins that game. They've got Middle Tennessee. They should find a way to win that. Then you've got Utah.
At Utah.
Kansas State's a toss-up. I like Kansas State more than I like Kansas.
It's at
here.
Kansas State.
At Kansas State. Then you've got Baylor going to Kansas. I know Baylor's going to be kind of an up-in-the-air team.
I think Baylor would beat Kansas.
TCU.
I think TCU beats Kansas.
Then UCF.
I think Kansas beats UCF.
West Virginia.
I think West Virginia beats Kansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Then BYU and Oklahoma State to close it
That's
out. I think they
0-2
lose both
loss.
those games.
So we're looking at Long Island.
Realistically,
Middle
are they
Tennessee.
going bowling or are they not?
No, I don't think so. I
Then
think
we're saying no.
they could very realistically have one Big 12 win, and it could be UCF.
Yeah, I do not like this team this year.
Kansas
I do
State
not like
maybe.
the roster.
If they beat UCF and Kansas State, though, that's 4 wins.
And Lance Leipold as your coach at this point in time just feels like you almost feel like you're in like of a lame duck situation of like where you feel like this could be the last year of Leipold here before Kansas makes a move here. I guess the bright side is Jalen Daniels is gone. So like you finally have a new question mark at quarterback.
Yeah, but it's like
But that could be a good thing.
It could
be a good thing, right? Like we
Who
went
is
into
the
the 2024 season for Arizona State with the question mark of Sam Leavitt, and it turned into a really good thing. Like you can end up in some of these weird situations where you go into a year not necessarily knowing who's going to be where or not necessarily know what the true ceiling is going to be of a player, and then it elevated, right? Nobody expected what happened in 2024. I feel like when we talk about the current win totals for a lot of these teams, it's almost easier for us to give a team the option of reaching their ceiling because we saw firsthand Arizona State in 2024.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have faith in Kansas.
I don't either.
It could help.
All that said,
I
think Kansas hits their under. I'm glad we're in agreement here, though, so far.
Yeah,
we're 3 for 3.
Yeah, this is the happy-go-lucky Sun
Sneaky
Devils
good
show.
parlay that we're cooking up right here.
We should parlay
16 teams.
all of our decisions.
Let's
and
do
just
it.
See.
Let's
I mean,
just see.
again, you'd think that we would, bet more considering that we are never wrong.
Yes, no, you're
seems
right.
like just
You're right.
free money.
Yeah.
Glenn says it's a bowl save Lance's. I like calling him Lance.
Yeah.
Lance's job.
It shouldn't.
It is okay.
I'm of the belief.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Kansas football.
Counterpoint. Indiana won the national championship last year.
That's real. Okay, you got me. All right.
Touche,
Touche, Anthony Totri.
And also, I think you could stomach that. I think Kansas fans specifically could stomach, hey, it's just Kansas football. If Kansas basketball was like back in the Elite Eight every year, but they're not.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think that fan base could stomach that if they were doing something.
Well, and they got
on
like a
national level.
taste. Like they got a taste
They
of
did.
being like a half decent football team. Not a good football, but like a half decent
Half-decent,
football
yeah.
team. And now they just can't.
Now they suck.
Now they just want more.
No, yeah, they're back to being Jayhawks.
Yeah, remember when it was like Kansas has the best odds in the Big 12 to go to the college football playoffs?
That was one of my hot takes. I don't know why we keep coming back to that.
Dude,
like,
that's
specific show.
probably the most referenced
It's a very
show of all
infamous
time.
show that we should just go back and watch, like that Texas Tech podcast that we did. I think I said Jalen Daniels was going to lead the Jayhawks to the college football playoff.
Did you?
And I think they had like 4 or 5
Wow,
wins.
that's underrated.
Yeah, no, it was bad. But I evened it out with the Cam Cook take. that eventually turned into
yeah,
something.
2 years later. Yeah. 2 years later, he was a really good rusher at where?
Jacksonville
State?
Yeah. Well, look, Colorado's going under. Utah's going over. Kansas is going under. But how about BYU? Also tied for the second highest win total for the 2026 season at 8.5 wins. Do we think that BYU is going to find a way to go over? Bear Bachmeier is back. Satake is back. LJ Martin's back. Feels a little low, if I'm being honest.
12-2 last year. Right. So it is a pretty
Which was like
they shocked a lot of people. 8-1 in conference, but they also had a pretty easy schedule. Let's go through their schedule, okay?
Utah Tech.
Yes, the Utah Tech Trailblazers, of course.
Of course.
And then U of A in week 2. That'll be a good test.
In a weird day game.
Yeah. At home against Arizona. Then on the road against Colorado State. So realistically, they could start 3-0.
Yeah.
They could lose to
that Arizona game is going to be a big game.
They could lose to Arizona. TCU on the road.
I think they
the week
beat
after
TCU.
that. Iowa State doesn't even.
Is going to get pummeled.
They don't have a football program anymore. No. So they're going to beat Iowa State. Then they take on Notre Dame.
Yeah.
In
weird
week
fun
6.
game
in week 6. Why? Why?
I think it was an old scheduled Shamrock game.
Was
like,
it? This is revenge for the Notre Dame opting out of
Where
the
is
Pop-Tart
this
Bowl.
game? This game is in Provo, of all places.
They should just bring the giant Pop-Tart there.
Notre Dame. There is a spread on this game.
Okay, that's crazy.
Notre Dame is opening. They opened. It's currently 10.5. They opened as an 11.5 point favorite over BYU. But I think a lot of that has to do with how people think. Yeah, on the road. So neutral site, you're probably looking.
Oh, is it neutral site?
No. If it were at a neutral site, you'd be talking a 2 touchdown.
I'm about to say, what a weird game if it was a neutral site.
Game.
Why is Notre Dame
played a couple
BYU
years ago? They played a couple years ago in Vegas.
Why are they playing in week 6?
I don't know.
If you're gonna play a random team in the middle of the season, take a page out of the SEC books and play again Citadel. Don't play Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Anyway, they play UCF on the road after that. That's a win. At home against ASU.
On Halloween.
It's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah.
At Utah, it's going to be a tough game. Home against Baylor, I think they get a win. On the road against Kansas, then home.
So realistically, the question we're asking ourselves is, do we see 4 losses on the schedule?
Notre Dame, I think you could say, is certainly something that one they could lose. I think they could lose to Arizona.
But do you think they will is the question?
No, I think they'll beat Arizona. I think they'll lose to ASU because
Dilly's always good for when he's not supposed to get.
Yeah. I also just think ASU is going to be really good this year.
But who else do you see as a loss on the schedule?
Maybe Utah. If you think Utah's
maybe
good.
Utah.
Well, because them and Utah have the same record, but Utah, it's like Utah again is beating up on children with broken legs until they play BYU.
Yeah. Well, then that would be a knock on Utah in my mind. Is that you look at
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Is Utah's not going to be ready for.
By the time BYU will have played them, they will have already played Arizona State, Arizona, and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I like BYU's over. I'm going to be honest with you. I think BYU's the sneaky team to win this conference this year. I don't know if it's sneaky if they're tied for the second highest win total. But 8.5 feels disrespectful for a team that did what they did last season. A fringe college football playoff team. They return the best running back in the conference in LJ Martin, a future NFL running back. They return a quarterback who exceeded expectations wildly, can only get better going into this season in Bear Bachmeier. I think the defense is obviously an interesting question. Who do they have at wide receiver? Regardless, I think you look at what Satake has done. You look at Bear Bachmeier getting better and LJ Martin. It's probably the best quarterback running back duo in the conference going into this year, realistically. I think BYU is a sneaky team to win this conference outright and be a college football playoff team.
They could be a one-loss team.
They could be, yeah.
It could just be a loss to Notre Dame, and even then, they could beat Notre Dame.
Yeah. I like their over at this point. So we're in agreement. Cougs are going over.
Ah, man. I don't want to agree with you.
You don't have to agree with me.
I know I don't have to, but then it's I'm going against what I want to do just because I want to disagree.
Well, don't do it for the sake of disagreeing.
Oh.
Be better. Be in agreement with Totri.
You always say agreeance and disagreeance and not disagreement or agreement.
I don't know what's a word and what's not. Hit the like
No,
button.
I think that is a word. But
I'm right and you're wrong? That's what I'm hearing?
Well, no. I don't think there's any right or wrong. I think they're both right.
I also think what you said earlier in the cold open of us going over laughs.
We haven't laughed
It's trending
yet.
in the wrong direction.
Yeah, we started strong.
We started off strong.
We started really strong.
We're getting yawns from Freckled Mamba behind Mac.
Oh, that's just par for the course.
Yeah, well, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We've got 4 more teams on the other side of our first break.
Right now, it is all about soccer.
Facts.
The World Cup is absolutely roaring, and Michelob Ultra is a proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. And I had a first over the last week.
Did you?
A Michelob Ultra in a bottle.
Yep.
I've had them in the cans, but for some reason, I never came across the Michelob in a bottle, and let me tell you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Michelob Ultra is brewed right here in America. And they say that same grit that gets U.S. soccer players to the world's biggest stage is brewed here too. Michelob Ultra is the beer to match the moment, whether you're packed into a bar at one of our World Cup watch parties or just at home yelling at your TV, aka the Erik Ruby method. For every match, every goal, and every play on the world's biggest stage, crack open something superior. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team and official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Look, if you're a regular viewer or listener of the PHNX Sun Devils Show, or realistically any PHNX show, well, we want to hear from you. That's right. Take a short survey. Let us know what you love and how we can be better here at PHNX Sports. And you guys are going to have a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Now, obviously, if you're a follower of this show, then you're already someone with great taste and, of course, impeccable judgment.
Yes.
So do us and yourself a favor. Head to gophnx.com/survey today to get signed up. And of course, if you're watching us, you can scan that QR code right there on the screen. It only takes about 3 minutes, and your feedback is going to help shape what we do right here at PHNX. And again, everyone who does complete the survey will be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Take the survey today, scan the QR code on the screen, or head to gophnx.com/survey. That's gophnx.com/survey. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Also, be on the lookout for more PHNX World Cup watch parties presented by Buchanan's, Casamigos, Don Julio, and of course, Michelob Ultra. We've got one this Wednesday, 6 p.m., Mexico versus Czechia, back at Backyard Desert Ridge. And then on Thursday, the 25th at 7 p.m., the United States taking on Turkey. That's at Phillies on Warner. Got some amazing drink specials as well. So make sure you visit gophnx.com/events for more details and to RSVP.
They're a ton of fun.
They are.
Ton of fun.
We've both been to one.
Yes.
You went to Mexico.
Yes.
And Mexico won.
Yes.
I went to USA. USA won.
Yes.
So as long as the PHNX Sun Devils Show is in attendance,
yeah,
whoever we want to win is.
We got to host
win.
some Argentina watch
We do.
parties.
We absolutely do. We should just, let's get on the Arizona State watch parties as soon as the season starts. That way the Sun Devils can go undefeated. Look, before we talk about Arizona State's win total, let's talk about the team down south, the Arizona Wildcats, sitting at 7.5 projected wins for the 2026 season. Rubus, I think we talked about it last week. This feels like a fork in the road type of season for Brent Brennan based off of what happened last year and the year prior. They really exceeded expectations in 2025. 2024 was definitely a down year. 7.5 feels like the type of season, like if you go over, maybe you're for real. If you go under, the Brent Brennan specials here.
Yeah, they have an interesting schedule. BYU in week 2, like we mentioned, that's going to be a really good test for them. If Arizona ends up winning that game, I'll probably feel better about the over just based off of that game alone, because I think it's going to be a pretty fine line. Before that, you have NAU. That'll be a win. Northern Illinois University, that's going to be a win unless they pull off the miraculous yet again.
Like they did a couple years ago.
Yeah. Washington State after that, that's probably a win for U of A. Cincinnati, West Virginia, Iowa State after that. So, there's a chance if they beat BYU that they could be 7-0.
Yeah, there's a chance. Again, I don't see him beating BYU on the road.
No, I don't either. But even if not, then they're probably going to start 6-1. Yeah. It's the back part of the schedule that's really going to, again, stop me if you heard this before, really easy schedule for the beginning of the season for U of A. Then they take on Texas Tech on the road.
Tech.
Then at home against TCU. Then at home against Utah. Then on the road against Kansas State. Then at home against ASU.
This is the year they finally lose, by the way. They're going to lose again. They're going to lose again.
This is a pretty easy schedule. You have
so you're looking for 5 losses.
You have 4 games that are going to be tough. BYU, Tech, Utah, ASU. TCU is fringe.
But that's us saying we don't think they win any of those games.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Those are the 5 tough games. Other than that, NAU, NIU, Washington State, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Iowa State, Kansas State.
Do they have enough on offense? And after losing so much of their secondary a year ago,
I think they'll be a worse
to do it?
I think they'll be a worse team than last year. They still have Fafita, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the conference. I think there's no denying that. Losing all of their secondary is certainly going to be tough. But I like their coordinators. I like Daggy. I like Gonzalez as coaches. And I think that you go into this conference with a little bit of momentum that you had from last year, and probably out of all the returning quarterbacks, is he the best? Who else is returning a quarterback?
Avery, Bear.
He's better than Avery. He's better. He's probably better than Bear. Bear has more NFL potential. Right now, they're totally different.
Things.
Totally different. I think Fafita's a better quarterback than Bear currently. He's also 8 years older, so there's that.
Will Hammond, if we want to talk.
Right, but it's Sorsby technically comes back. He's better than Weigman. So there is an argument that
is he? We're just gonna
Fafita?
Yeah,
I think Fafita's better than Weigman.
Or we're just gonna throw that. Connor Weigman had a really good year.
I know he had a really good year. I think Fafita's better than Weigman.
What does he do better than Connor Weigman? I'm not
throw the football.
I'm not disagreeing.
He throws the football better than Connor Weigman.
With you. I'm not just outright disagreeing with you, but Connor Weigman last year, 25 touchdowns to 9 INTs.
Yeah, he's good.
Nearly 2,800 yards.
But it was one good year.
Also turned in 700 yards on the ground and 11 touchdowns.
He's a better rusher than Fafita, and he's bigger, which is nice.
What is that? 36 total touchdowns from a year ago.
You taking Weigman
over 3,400 yards.
You're taking
total?
Weigman over Fafita. I don't think it's
I'm not saying I am, but I think
huge. I don't think it's a huge discrepancy. But if I'm starting a team from scratch, I am probably going to take Fafita.
I don't know if I'm necessarily just outright taking him, but I think there's a conversation to be had.
Just half and half.
Yeah, Fafita had a much better year through the air.
He's a much better passer,
at least yardage wise. In terms of touchdowns, he only had 4 more passing touchdowns than Weigman did. And Fafita had 3 less INTs, but again, you make that up in 11 touchdowns on the ground.
Four more touchdowns, 3 less INTs, and a bunch more yards. But yeah, part of it is Fafita's smaller. Weigman's really, really good at running the ball. So it definitely depends on what type of offense you're trying to build. I think Fafita's a better college quarterback. I don't know if Weigman's got any NFL potential, but he certainly has more of an NFL build than Fafita does. I think they lose to Tech. I think they lose to BYU. I think those are the 2, say certified losses, but we also every Tech game got a little easier.
Yeah, in theory,
right? Look, I know a lot of people aren't super high on Brendan Sorsby, but come on, it got easier. Not having Brendan Sorsby there, playing Will Hammond is going to be easier.
It's like when it's 115 degrees outside and it goes down to 105, and you're oh, it's cooler outside.
Yeah, but it's
cooler.
It is
cooler, but it's still hot as shit.
There's a reason why Tech did the dumb shit that they did, because they knew that they would be a lot better.
But they still have an insane roster.
Yeah, they do. It's still a hard game, but it's easier.
So are the Arizona Wildcats going over, or are they going under 7 wins, 7.5 wins? You see 8, or do you see 7?
I see 2. I don't say certified. Obviously, nothing's certified, but I see 2 certified losses, BYU and Tech. I see 2 good games in Utah and ASU. I don't think they lose to both Utah and ASU. They're probably going over. I think they're going over, but I think ASU is. Man, I don't know. This is tough. You're going to go the under.
I'm going under here.
Go the
I don't
under.
believe in
Who are
Brent
they losing
Brennan.
to?
I don't believe in Brent
I believe in Daggy and Gonzalez.
That's fine. At the end of the day, you've got one guy leading this program. I don't think they beat BYU. I don't think they beat Texas Tech. I don't think they beat Utah. I don't think they beat Arizona State. I don't think they beat Kansas State.
You think they beat Kansas State?
No, I don't. I don't think they beat Kansas State. I like Kansas State.
You'll take them to lose to Kansas State and not to
At
TCU?
Kansas State, yeah. Coming off a game where they're going to get beat up by Utah? Yeah, I think so.
I don't agree with that.
That's fine. You don't have to agree with it. I just don't believe in Brent Brennan as a coach. I have
So
never,
you think they have
and
7 wins?
I think they're a 7-win football
7-5 special.
Yeah. The Brent Brennan special.
The
7
Brent
and
Brennan
5,
special, yeah.
which is if he cooks it normal, it's 6-6. If he does a little bit better, if he maybe adds some spicy hot sauce or something, you get 7 and 5.
I could see 7 and 5, but I would give the loss to TCU, not to Kansas State.
That's fine. But you're going under.
No, I know. I think I will go under, although I could see them winning 8 games. I could see them even winning 9 games. Like this could be a good football team.
Could be a team that's ass.
Yeah, I think they lose to ASU. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
Don't you want them a little bit? Don't you want them a little better so that we can beat them?
I don't care at this point in time. Again, I do not believe in Brent Brennan as a coach, but that is just me personally. Good dude, good human being, from my understanding. Sure. Fun guy.
I'd get a beer.
I'm not sold on him as a football coach, but that's just me.
Sean says, I love how Erik has had to defend U of A in general to a degree on this show the last few months.
Yeah, he's chosen to. He's taken that side. Nobody's forced him to.
I'm not defending U of A. I just analyze sports. I hate U of A. But, some things I think are just facts.
Sharon says, I think it's probably over, but I appreciate Coach Ree's commitment to the hate. If I am nothing, I am committed. A hater.
You are committed.
I am committed to the bit. Well, look, straight off of the Arizona Wildcats, let's go into the Arizona State Sun Devils, who have an egregious win total of 6.5.
This is the ultimate schedule.
Incredibly low for Arizona State.
Total.
Given the additions that they had in the portal, I'm with you. This feels like a mix of schedule while also unknown at quarterback.
Yes, I think that is the big.
In 2024,
there was a tough schedule.
There was a tough schedule and a question at quarterback. Again, I'm not saying they're going to go outright win the conference.
But you're not saying they're not going to outright win the conference.
Why would I ever say that? Why would I ever say that they couldn't do such a thing?
Okay, so Morgan State week 1.
Belt to ass.
Correct. Morgan State wins. So obviously Morgan State's losing week 1. Texas A&M week 2 is
realistically,
what a week 2. BYU, Arizona State, Texas A&M, Kansas, Mizzou.
One of these things is not like the other.
What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
Look, this is a game, man. This is going to be the you learn a lot about Arizona State.
And they could
game.
lose. You can learn a lot, and they could lose by a touchdown.
I would be shocked, honestly, if they won the game.
Okay, then they play Kansas in London.
Yes.
It's a win.
I think they kill
Celebrate
the birds.
with some beans and toast.
Yeah. Yay.
Then they take on my Baylor Bears.
Your Baylor Bears.
My Baylor Bears. I think they beat Baylor. But it's always tough, coming back from an international game.
But you're going to have a bye week.
Sure, but you hear all the time that it takes a long time for these athletes to adjust.
Yeah, I'll let you know, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, I said athletes, by the way.
Exactly.
So Baylor, I think if this was a normal game, I would take ASU to win. I'm still going to take ASU to win, but I think it's a lot closer because just coming off of a London game is going to be tough. Then you take on Hawaii. Hawaii's supposed to be a group of 5 contender for the college
Hawaii's
playoff
supposed
this
to
year.
be pretty decent this year.
And that's supposed to be most of the time, that's kind of your throwaway game. You look at, I forget who we're talking about. It might have been Kansas is playing Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Right? You're playing a good Hawaii team.
Yeah.
Now, you should beat them, but you're still playing a good Hawaii team. Okay, then you play on the road against Texas Tech. Easier than it was before, but like you mentioned, still hard. Then you take on Kansas State at home. I don't think Kansas State's going to be that good. You're a little bit higher on them. I don't know where you would have them rank in the conference. Obviously, we'll talk about them later. Then you're at BYU.
Tough game.
So in a 3-week stretch, you're at Texas Tech and you're at BYU. Tough. Then you're at home against Colorado. You'll take that. Then you're on the road against UCF. You'll take that, but a far trip, far traveling. And then you're at home against Oklahoma State. That's a tough game. And then you're on the road against Arizona. In Big 12 play, you have one team that you're looking at, maybe 2, depending on how you feel about Kansas State, is maybe 3 with UCF. That's a certified win.
Yeah.
Over all of your Big 12 play. Half these teams have those in 3 consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
And then have more that are after that. I think Baylor's going to be good. I don't think Kansas is going to be good, but again, you're flying over to London. That's tough. Texas Tech, BYU, Oklahoma State, Arizona, and then adding on Texas A&M in that too.
They're predicting, for the most part, if you go under here, you're predicting Arizona State to have more conference losses than they've had in the last 2 years combined.
You're predicting them to lose to Tech?
Do you realistically see 6 games that they lose?
Okay, let's talk about it.
That's outside of games that are let's just assume that they lose, right? Let's assume they lose in the close games.
Let's assume they lose A&M. It's one loss. Okay?
Let's assume they lose to Tech. Assume they lose to BYU.
3.
Assume they lose to who else?
Oak State.
Sure.
Arizona.
Sure.
That would have to be a loss.
That's 5.
And then you'd have to look at
Everybody else on the schedule.
Baylor.
Not sold, sorry. Kansas not sold,
Kansas,
sorry. Hawaii not sold.
It's probably Baylor
and that's
Hawaii.
also assuming that Arizona State doesn't do what they've always done under Kenny Dillingham.
Win games they shouldn't win.
They always win games they shouldn't win.
Here's the thing is you are possibly playing 2 college football playoff teams in your first 6 weeks with Hawaii and Texas A&M. Now, Hawaii, obviously, it's a little different. That man, I think losing 6 games is on the table for Arizona State. I don't think it happens.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it happens, but again, you lose to A&M. Okay, then you're on the road in London, weird things happen. Okay, then you're back from London, weird things happen. Then you play a group of 5 contender in Hawaii. Then you play Texas Tech, and then you play Kansas State, but then you play BYU, you play Colorado and UCF, then you play Oklahoma State, then you play Arizona. And also, all of those big games, they're on the road. Except for Oklahoma State, they're all on the road. You're at A&M, you're at Texas Tech, you're at BYU, and then you're at Arizona. Now, I think that they go over 6.5. I truly believe that, but I do think that if the quarterback situation doesn't figure out the way that we think it's going to figure out, if they have more, injury, bad luck like they had last year, it's going to be harder for them to stay afloat.
Let's look. There's a lot to love about Arizona State. And I get that the books, this is what the books do. The books set a line like this, and they've got idiots like me being like, it's free money. And I've been wrong before. But I'm here to tell you, this is free money. 6.5 wins for Arizona State in 2026. Again, you would be predicting for Arizona State to have more Big 12 losses than they've had in the last 2 seasons combined. Because I'm sorry, I do not think they're losing to Morgan State. I do think that the A&M game is the A&M game, and that is ridiculously tough. But assuming they even lose that game, we're talking about a team that in 2023 won 3 games, and they had Cam Scatterbu and Jalen Conyers, a tight end and a running back, playing quarterback in some of those games, and they won 3 games. You're telling me that Kenny Dillingham with Omarion Miller, with Reed Harris, with Owen Long, Lyric Rawls, a bunch of just dogs on defense and an offense, that they can't find a way to win 7 games? I think this is free money.
I would put a lot of money.
This is free money. I'm sorry. This is just what it is.
Minus injuries. So Sharon asks, is their schedule any better next year? Do we play Tech every single year now? You want to know 2027 ASU schedule? Cal Poly Mustangs week 1. Okay?
Love it.
Or just sometime in non-con. Then you play Texas A&M. Then you play on Arizona State and Nevada, UNLV. Then you take on Arizona. Well, this isn't in order, obviously. Arizona, BYU, Utah. So tough games, presumably.
In theory.
Iowa State, who knows? Maybe they're kind of back on track by then.
Doubt it.
Cincinnati, Colorado, Houston, TCU, West Virginia. So no Tech, but it's not an easy schedule.
It is what it is.
I guess it's not in Vegas. It's in Nevada.
I'm going over.
Also, UNLV is right outside of Vegas. Yeah, that's where Summer League is. Yeah.
There you go. You got it. Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Are you going over or are you going under here?
Come on. I'm going over.
Okay. Good man.
Don't be stupid.
Good man. I love it. Look, still plenty more teams over, under to go, and we're going to get there on the other side of our second break. Erik, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to close your eyes.
Perfect.
And I need you to picture Mountain America Stadium in less than 80 days. Exactly. There are fans cheering. The maroon and gold, they're ready to run out at Mountain America Stadium. And the one thing else you're seeing across the stadium, hundreds, if not thousands, of branded Bills hats. Of course, branded Bills, the go-to spot for headwear here in the Valley, especially if you are an Arizona State fan. They have a ton of different options on their website. Doesn't matter whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees, they've got you covered with performance, style, and affordability. Of course, a big part in 2026. Of course, they've got partnerships with 40 different universities, including Arizona State, some charity work on the side with U of A, but it is what it is. Make sure you head to brandedbills.com and use that code BBPHNX or BBPHNX 15 for 15% off your first order.
The Husband and Wife Law Team are here for you if you've suffered a serious injury or you found yourself in an accident. Not only does their team bring hundreds of years of combined trial experience, they're happy to make you and all their clients guarantees. That's why you need to write down this number, 602-783-8841. That's 602-783-8841. These guarantees that they guarantee is that you can cancel your fee agreement at any time for any reason, that you'll receive at least as much in your pocket as they receive for their fee, even if they have to reduce their attorney's fee to do so, and a guarantee they may speak with one of their lawyers as often as you choose about anything that you need to discuss. Now, nobody can guarantee the outcome of a legal case, but they guarantee to always be upfront and honest with you about the strengths and weaknesses of your claim so that you can make the most informed decision. So make the most informed decision first. If you've had a serious injury, call the Husband and Wife Law Team at 602-783-8841 or visit their website in the link in our show notes and tell them that PHNX sent you.
Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. We appreciate everybody watching live, watching after the fact, and of course listening on audio
and those watching in the past.
Yes,
thank you as well.
Those watching in the past, sure. Yeah, I've never figured that one out.
Don't worry, it gets better. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, hit that like button. Kansas State. Let's go ahead and get into.
I'm fascinated to hear your take.
Avery Johnson and the Kansas State Wildcats. 8.5.
Way too high.
8.5 for Kansas State. New head coach with a win total that feels kind of high. You did lose Jace Brown, one of my favorite receivers in the sport right now.
But then you look at their schedule.
And it's a cakewalk.
So, they start off with Nichols. Nichols?
Just Nichols?
Literally, just Nichols.
Nichols, Colonels. Wow. Okay.
So that's not a real school.
No.
They were 5th in the Southland Conference, by the way. Let's take a look at how they did last year. Wow, they had a quarterback last year named Deuce Hogan.
Deuce Hogan?
Deuce Hogan.
How'd Deuce do?
The Deuce threw for 1,000 yards. Looked like they had a little bit of a quarterback battle between Deuce Hogan and Ian with an E, E-A-N, Rodrigue. They both threw for about 1,000 yards. Deuce had 4 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So not great. Not great. Yeah. So they're playing the Nichols Colonels. I want to say Colonels so bad. In week 1. Anyway, after that, they take on Washington State, then Tulane. Tulane should be a pretty good team. Then to start Big 12 play, they're on the road to take on Cincinnati, then at home against Houston, then at home against Kansas, then on the road against ASU, then on the road against Colorado, then at home against Oklahoma State, then at TCU, at home against Arizona, at Iowa State. So no BYU, no Texas Tech for them. 8.5 though?
8.5 is a lot. 9 wins.
So that means they would only have 3 losses. So that means they're probably...
I think they're worse than Houston. I think they're worse than Arizona State.
2.
I think they're worse than Arizona probably.
3.
I think that's honestly a close game for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's 3.
Yeah, and I think Oklahoma State's better.
You're looking at Oak State, Cincinnati, Kansas. God, dude, why can't we get these schedules?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I can't.
Because I don't think they're going to be good, but they might be over.
Say that they're going to win 9 football games.
Yeah, 9 football games.
I'm going under here. I don't think Kansas State has it in them.
Is Tulane supposed to be good next year?
I don't know, but they were a playoff team a year ago.
Yeah, but we know how that goes. Is Retzlaff back for them?
Why can't we get Tulane's schedule?
Who are they playing?
Duke, South Alabama, Kansas State, Southern Miss, Army, Memphis, UTSA, Charlotte, Tulsa, Rice, North Texas, and South Florida.
I think I know why. I think I know why we can't.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'm going under Kansas State. I apologize to all the Kansas State fans that wanted a more in-depth look at this, but I just don't think Kansas State has it in them with a new head coach. I'm not a big believer in Avery Johnson, regardless.
Neither am I. Except for he's a really good cornhole player.
And he's got good hair.
Yeah.
But that's it. That doesn't make you a good quarterback.
Yeah.
So we're both going to go under on the Wildcats. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the worst teams in the conference, huh?
Yeah.
UCF.
I like how you put at the end of this.
Who cares?
So yeah, in our rundown, you have a little short write up after all of them. It just says UCF 5.5. Who cares? Realistically, this team has some potential to surprise, but overall just feels like a team is equivalent of an old toy.
Yeah. You ever
What does
have
that
that
mean?
old toy that's just like you look at it and you're like, oh, I remember when that was cool. I remember when that was fun. But you're like, I'm a grown up now. I'm not going to play with a toy.
Yeah.
Right. You remember when UCF was fun when they were the like self-proclaimed national champions?
They were the national
when
champions.
They beat Joe Burrow and the LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
At State Farm Stadium. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they're the equivalent of balding Woody. It's just a toy that nobody wants to play with at this point. I think UCF has the potential to maybe be a little fun, but at the end of the day, I just don't think Scott Frost and I just don't think they're going to do anything.
Boston College, Pitt, and Georgia State in non-con. They could lose to Pitt, but they should beat Boston College. They should beat Georgia State. TCU, Houston, Oklahoma State. First
I think they're
three
worse
games.
than all three of those.
I think they
teams.
lose all three of those. Two of those on the road, Houston and Oak State. Then they're at home against BYU. Then they're at home against Baylor.
I like Baylor more than I like
I do too.
UCF.
Then they're on the road against Kansas. I think that could be a win.
I think that could be a win.
Then they're at home against ASU.
They lose.
Then they're at home against Iowa State.
They
win. And then they're on the road against Colorado. I think they can win that too.
That's the toilet bowl right there.
We're looking at about 3 wins. 3 wins in conference play. That would be Kansas, Iowa State, Colorado. Those are 3 toss-up
Is UCF
wins.
going bowling? They a 6-win football team?
That would be the over, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think it depends. If they go undefeated in non-con,
They're not
then
a
they
six-win
might.
football team,
Yeah, so
man.
I think they lose 1 game in non-con, then I think they lose to one of Kansas, Iowa State, and Colorado, and then they get 5 or 4 wins.
Z-Man says trap game for ASU traveling to Orlando.
Yeah, it's always tough to travel.
That's a tough travel. It'd be ASU's first travel there too.
Yeah.
Since joining the Big 12, and Sharon, you're absolutely right. Let's go ahead and get to your super chat here that you dropped.
I don't see a super chat
a while
Sharon.
ago. She was.
Oh, it must have been a member
It
chat.
was.
I got
was
it. Member chat 9 months from Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Says, why does On3 think all these teams are losing if we all play each other? All the numbers are so low for most Big 12 teams. We can't all lose.
Fair. Can't all lose, but I think they think it's so much.
What if we do all lose?
I think they think there's so much
top heavy
teams in this conference, which I think there are when you realistically look at it versus some of the bad teams, right? UCF, Cincinnati, Kansas, Iowa State, Colorado, just trash in this conference. Yeah. Then you look at the really good teams in this conference, which all the really good teams play the really shit teams. Houston, Tech, BYU, potentially Arizona State. So I think that's where there is kind of that whole mix in why a lot of the teams have such a low over-under going into this season. And Sharon, again, thank you so much for the 9 months.
Yes.
Being a part of the supporters club.
Can we believe we're almost coming up on a year?
I cannot.
Of memberships?
Our first birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
Huge. Really?
On the other side.
Oh, wow.
Of this break. Arizona road trip fans, a.k.a. the Freckled Mamba behind the Mac. This one is for you. The Arizona Lottery is celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mother Road with brand new Route 66 scratchers. Take a ride. Yeah, ka-chow. On the winning side, you could find yourself heading towards a top prize of $100,000.
Sign me up.
Route 66 scratchers are also loaded with $100 prizes, making them a fun way to celebrate Arizona's most legendary highway. And if you're looking to dream even bigger, pair your Route 66 ticket with Ultimate Riches scratchers. Ultimate Riches gives players a chance to win up to $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Whether you're a long-time Arizona Lottery player or you're just looking for a little excitement on your next stop, look no further. Route 66 and Ultimate Riches Scratchers offer plenty of chances to win and win big. Pick up your tickets today at your favorite Arizona Lottery retailer, of course, Circle K, and see if your next stop is a big one. Arizona Lottery, love to play if you're above the age of 21.
Rubus, I'm feeling good. You know why?
Why?
Because I feel confident that the PHNX Sun Devils Show is going to be walking away with that Don Julio 1942. That's right. The original, the icon of celebrations. That's right. The bottle that is just pretty much the same thing as the World Cup trophy that they got.
Better, honestly, the World Cup trophy doesn't have Don Julio 1942 in it.
It's made in its image. And, of course, when the world's biggest sporting event, that's right, we're talking about the FIFA World Cup is here in the U.S. You already know. We are sipping on Don Julio 1942. Not just the original, of course, the icon of celebrations, but some of those other amazing bottles. The trophy for legends on and off the field. The mini for small but iconic moments moments, make sure you take home a special edition of Don Julio 1942 and be on the lookout for all of our PHNX watch parties. Don Julio will be in attendance.
Oh, they were.
You already know.
I was at the Mexico watch party last week, and Don Julio was in attendance.
Take Rubus's word for it. Whether you're at your favorite spot or stocking up for home, make it Don Julio 1942. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. No more breaks. No more breaks.
No more breaks, and some rapid fire for some of these teams because we don't care.
Well, let's
about
go
them.
ahead. Let's rapid fire some of these shite teams. Cincinnati
under
5.5 wins. Under not even
bad vibes.
Else. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes for Cincinnati.
Do you think do you think Sorsby has the over or under on Cincinnati this season?
No, he's recovered. The future Cardinals quarterback.
What about
is a good guy.
Sendin Bosby? He's got the over.
Under for Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've got the under for the Cincinnati Bearcats here. Let's go ahead and talk about another team that could be really bad this year, and that is the Iowa State Cyclones, also sitting at 5.5 wins going into the 2026
They're tanking for a draft
season.
pick.
Look, one thing I want to get perfectly clear with all these bad teams that we're talking about, Cincinnati, Iowa State, Kansas, the book thinks Colorado is going to be worse than all these teams. They think Colorado is going to be worse than an Iowa State team that lost their head coach, their quarterback, everything, their fan base, everything, all their corn.
Iowa State has a better coach than Colorado, so that's probably why. But I'm going to take the under.
Do you know the name of the Iowa State
Rogers.
Head coach? Jimmy Rogers. Good job.
Yeah.
No, man, stop. I'm still saying, despite Jimmy Rogers, Iowa State goes under here.
Yeah, same.
I don't like 5.5 for Jimmy. West Virginia, 5.5 as well.
Give me the over.
Wow, Rich Rod's got the over.
On Rich Rod.
Scotty Fox Jr. and company.
Yeah.
We like the over.
They have an identity, man. I like that.
They have an identity.
And
that is?
Run the piss out of the ball.
I don't know,
man. I haven't looked at their schedule once, so I'm going to look at it now. But they've got Coastal Carolina in week 1. Then they have the UT Martin Skyhawks. Amazing logo, by the way. Yeah. UVA week 3, that'll be interesting. Then against Oak State to start conference play at home. Then at Iowa State, at home against Arizona, at home against Cincinnati, at TCU, at Texas Tech, at home against Kansas.
This feels like a sweat, too, man.
At home against Houston and at Utah. So what is there, 5.5?
5.5.
So I think they go 3-0 in conference play. Beat Iowa State. Beat Cincinnati. And give me a win over Kansas. That's 6.
Okay. I'm glad you could find it. I'm with you though. I'm gonna go
Country
over.
road.
I'm gonna go over on West Virginia. Still under on Iowa State. Z-Man says Michael Hawkins Jr. over Scotty Fox. I bet.
You just wait. Scotty Fox is gonna translate over to running back.
Yeah.
You wait.
Michael Hawkins.
I'm never wrong.
Just early.
Yes.
TCU 6.5 dubs.
Interesting
on the year. It's an interesting line, and I do think this is a big year for Sonny. I think Sonny Dykes and TCU need to make some noise in this conference, or I think it might be over. Given
might
the fact,
be a rainy day for Sonny.
Well, they haven't done anything since they went to the national championship all those years ago.
They did embarrass Bill Belichick.
They got a new quarterback in the mix, right?
Yeah.
Hoover heads to Indiana.
They got the Harvard guy.
It's Cam Cook's season over at West Virginia, right? He's at West Virginia.
He was the former TCU.
You're right. Former TCU Horned
Or was
Frog.
he Kansas State? Cam Cook. One of the purples.
TCU, I think.
One of the purples.
One of the purple people.
UNC, Grambling, Arkansas State. They'll go 3-0 to start that. Bill Belichick's a fraud. Then at UCF, that's a win. So I think they start off 4-0. Home against BYU, that's a loss. Road against Baylor, I think they could win that. Home against West Virginia and home
I think they could
Kansas.
be a 7-5 football team.
I think they could win 8 games.
I think. Well, okay, then we're saying over.
Yeah, I would take the over on TCU.
Okay, what about Houston? Houston's at 7.5. This, for me, feels a little bit low for a team that really, really had a lot to like about it last year. I feel like this is the books putting a lot of pressure on Houston of was it a flash in the pan or was this
schedule.
for real?
So they played Tech week 3.
Okay.
That's tough, right? But they take Oregon State, and then who the hell is SOU? The Southern Jaguars. Wow.
Dub.
Yeah, then they take on Georgia Southern on the road, by the way.
2 dubs.
Oregon State, that's 3 dubs. Texas Tech's a loss, so they'll start 3-1. Home against UCF, that's a win.
Dub.
At Kansas State, I think that's a win.
Dub.
Home against Oklahoma State, toss-up. At Utah, toss-up. Home against Cincinnati, win. At Colorado, win. At West Virginia, win. Home against Baylor, win.
It's a 9-win football team.
I think they could win 10 games.
I think they could win 10 games.
I think they could win 11 games.
I think they could win the conference.
I think they could win a national championship.
I don't think that.
You think they could win the conference? Like,
I actually think they could win the conference. Because if they, hear me out, if they beat Tech.
Is it Weigman or is it Keyshawn Henderson time?
It's Weigman. If they beat Tech, right, which again, we don't know who's playing quarterback.
Yeah, and that is early for Tech. We don't even know if Hammond's going to be fully like back at it.
So if they beat Tech, who else on their schedule is keeping them out of the Big 12 championship game?
Oak State, Utah, that's a big 2-week stretch for them.
It is, but
if the books are right about Kansas State, that's a big 3-week stretch for them. I'm higher on Baylor than most. I'm higher on West Virginia than most.
But you're not higher. You're not higher than them
think Baylor.
on Houston.
I think Baylor could beat Houston. I don't think West Virginia would beat Houston.
But if they beat Tech, we're sitting looking at the rest of their schedule, being like, no, there's nobody on Houston's schedule.
If they beat Tech, they'll probably be undefeated going into Oak State at home, and then on the road against Utah. If they beat those two teams, then they might have an undefeated season.
I think Houston could be in the Big 12 championship game. I think that's how good they are, and I think Willie Fritz is doing a lot of good stuff.
I think they could be in the championship game. I don't know if they will. But it is.
I don't know if they will either. It's not my official prediction.
It's a pretty favorable.
It's not my official prediction, but I do think Houston is going to be a good team.
I'll take the over on Houston.
Love it. Okay, a couple more teams before we call it a day. Texas Tech, 11.5 wins on the year. Did they go perfect? They must be a perfect team, or do they slip up somewhere? We heard Sark talk about this cakewalk of a schedule that the Red Raiders have.
It's true. So, Abilene Christian week 1.
They lose to Arizona State. Call it a day.
Yeah. So, Abilene Christian week 1, Oregon State week 2, Houston week 3, Sam Houston State
the
week
little
4.
guy on the right is a complete clown.
That's why I was laughing.
Is it you? Are you the little guy on the right?
Am I the little guy?
I mean,
I do kind of look shorter than you right now. Here, let me sit up.
But I don't know if they're watching it. I'm the little guy on the right.
You are on the right.
But if they're talking about it flipped, you're technically the little guy on the right.
I am on the right. I wouldn't say I'm a little guy though.
You're schmedium guy. Remember, we already did this.
I'll take schmedium because right now I feel like a large guy.
I gotta know, Jim. I gotta know who you're talking
which
about.
Which one of us are you talking about?
Is that Jimmy Rogers? Jimmy Rogers is in the chat losing his mind.
Jim Matthews.
That
Maybe
could be his
Jimmy.
That could be his.
Hold up.
If that's his middle name, we're calling it a show.
Yeah,
if Jimmy Rogers' middle name is Matthews, we're done.
Name.
There's no way the internet's going to be able to tell you this.
Yeah, Jimmy Rogers.
Jimmy Rogers
is
too basic of a name. There's just no way you can find his middle name.
He's from Chandler.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Does he have a middle name?
I just see Jimmy Rogers. I don't see him.
Just JR.
I gotta find out. I gotta find out this guy's middle name. If you were in the Chandler area in 1987, and you know Jimmy Rogers, you were born in 1987, and you went to high school with a guy named Jimmy Rogers, please find his middle name.
Find it. Texas Tech doesn't go perfect, Erik.
No.
They're not going 12-0.
No.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know if they were going to do that with Sorsby.
They're just not. They're not going 12-0. And I know Texas Tech, by a lot of accounts, has a relatively light schedule, all things considered. I just don't think Texas Tech is a team that is going to go unbeaten in this conference. Not when they play Houston so early. Not when they play Arizona State. Arizona State has owned Texas Tech. I think Oklahoma State's going to be better than a lot of people think. Arizona is not a cakewalk of a game. I know you love Baylor. Like there's a lot on this schedule that would need to go literally perfect for
them to not lose a game. I think they're still going to be a really good team.
I do too, and I think that could be a 10-win team. I think that could be an 11-win team.
I think they could certainly still be in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I think they're the odds-on favorite too.
I think even with Sorsby that was tough.
Yeah,
but without Sorsby it's even tougher.
Yeah, 1,000%. David Heaton says ASU's not going to win in Lubbock.
How do your jellies feel about that?
Regardless if they win in Lubbock or not, there's a bunch of other really good teams that they have to play on the schedule.
Can I get a really early jellies check? How do your jellies feel about
jellies
ASU,
are closed
Texas
on Monday.
Tech?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't make the rules, man.
Say something.
Yeah, let's not.
I was gonna say, show me your jellies.
Let's not, huh? Clip that one right there.
I'll go clip for clip with you, brother.
2 more teams. Baylor, 6.5. Make or break year for Dave Aranda.
Give me the over.
The over for Dave Aranda's Baylor Bears.
I clicked on Baylor's ESPN page and it just said page error. So that's not a good sign.
That is a horrendous sign for you.
It's not a good sign at all.
What makes you think that they're going
pure, honestly, swear to God, pure vibes.
Pure vibes.
I'm looking at their schedule for the first time right now. Pure vibes. But they're playing Auburn week 1. I think they beat Auburn week 1. Then they take on.
You think they beat Auburn week 1?
I think then they take on Prairie View. Prairie View week 2.
That's a high school.
Yep. And then they play Louisiana Tech. I believe, Louisiana Tech Bulldogs in week 3. I think they're 3-0 in non-con. Then they beat Colorado to start off conference play. I think they're 4-0. They lose to ASU, that's 4-1. I think they lose to TCU, that's 4-2. I think they beat Kansas, that's 5-2. I think they beat UCF, that's 6-2. I think they beat Iowa State, that's 7-2. I think they lose to BYU, Tech, and Houston. They end up 7-5. Over.
7-5.
Beautiful.
Over. It'd be the 3rd best record for Dave Aranda at Baylor. That's how That's how it's been. 7-5.
I do have a Lagway resurgence here. No Chipotle, no free ads in Baylor. So,
DJ Lagway, it's the year, right?
Did you see he was setting up a hat trick at the Chipotle?
No, I didn't. A hat trick.
He was saying when he was in Florida, he would go to Chipotle 3 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he just wasn't taking care of himself. I believe
that he's going only to the Chipotle.
No,
twice.
I believe that he's going to be better this year.
Okay, well, I do too. I just don't think Dave Aranda is going to be better this year.
That's fair.
I'm going to take Baylor's under going into this season. And let's wrap it up with Oklahoma State. 5.5 measly wins.
You're really high on Oak State.
I mean, how could you not be? They're North Texas State now, and they've got a bunch of dogs. Drew Mestemaker, future NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Caleb Hawkins, maybe the best running back not named L.J. Martin in this conference. A really fun wide receiver.
Well,
Wyatt Young.
Let's play the fun game.
No defense, though.
Tulsa week 1.
Dub.
Okay. Oregon week 2.
L.
Okay. Murray State week 3.
Dub.
Okay, so 2-1. West Virginia on the road week 4.
Dub.
3-1. UCF at home.
Dub.
4.
Can't count to 5, can you?
4-1. 4-1. At Houston.
L.
4-2. Home against Colorado.
Dub.
5-2. On the road against Iowa State.
Dub.
6-2.
There you go. They cashed it before
on
we're in October.
On the road against Kansas State.
Dub.
7-2. Home against Tech.
L.
7-3. On the road against ASU.
L.
7-4. Home against Kansas.
Dub.
8-4. Which, by the way, haven't won a Big 12 game in 2 seasons.
You're right. They haven't. But Mike Gundy's gone. He's at your local saloon with Ollie Gordon.
He actually hasn't left.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he has left because Ollie Gordon took him home.
Yeah. That's tough. I like Oklahoma State.
The ghost of Ollie Gordon.
I think he's on the Miami Dolphins.
Does he actually play?
Yeah, he does. He played last season. I think Oklahoma State's gonna be better than a lot of people think. So I'm cool taking the over.
200 yards last year, 70 carries, 3 touchdowns.
There you go.
Don't hate. Don't hate on
don't
on Ollie Gordon.
A lot of Oklahoma State.
Bacab saying Oklahoma State 6-6.
Yeah, well, that's still over.
Yeah, still over.
Still over. Ben Shizji says they go 8-4. That is over. So a lot to love. It's going to be a very, very interesting season in the Big 12 in 2026, a conference of chaos. Let us know which team you think is most likely to hit their over and which team is most likely to hit their under in 2026. Let us know in the comments. That is going to do it for today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devils Show. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast on your way out. You can follow the show, PHNX_Sun Devils on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You could follow my favorite white guy, or my second favorite white guy, Erik Ruby at Erik.
One of the
Erik with a K on social. And, of course, you can follow the Freckle Mamba at where else? The Freckle Mamba on social. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. In the meantime, go Devils and peace.
We all silly like the mayor.